Hi, I'm Elaine Harding. Welcome to my blog.stampwithelaine.com and welcome to a new month. In August we have a new limited time product called Colour Your Season. From the 1st to the 31st of August, for a limited period only, you'll be able to purchase this stamp set called Blended Seasons. This is the true size, and that's just shrunk to about 60%. It also comes with a coordinating framelit set called Stitched Seasons, and Stampin' Up have also brought out some new watercolour pencil shades, and there are 10 in this pack. I've cased this card from the flyer but I've simplified it. It is the stamp set. The images are true to size and it has coordinating dies called the Stitch Seasons Framelets dies. There are 3 frames, and if you look at the detail on the frame, it not only has the stitched faux stitching on the inside of the die, but it's also got it on the outside, so both the positive and negative has a stitched look. So this is the negative. I get confused, I don't know which is the negative. This is the negative possibly. So you've got the stitched faux stitching on this and you've also got the faux stitching on the outside. Then there are dies for flower, leaf, some flourishes, a bow and the bell. For today's project we're going to be using the largest of the frames. To make this card you need half an A4 sheet. In Europe this will measure 8 1/4 inches by 5 7/8. That's 21 centimeters by 14.85 centimeters, and it's been folded in half. You'll also need a piece of Whisper White cardstock. This has been cut at 3 3/4 inches by 5 1/2 inches. That's 9.5 by 14 centimeters. For the label on the front, you need 2 1-inch by 4 1/8 inch strips in Whisper White and 1 in Balmy Blue. In metric that will be 2.5 centimeters by 10.5 centimeters. Balmy Blue ink and Tuxedo Black Memento ink. The newly released 10 new watercolour pencils. This comes in Cherry Cobbler, Flirty Flamingo, Cajun Craze, Crash Curry, Granny Apple Green, Garden Green, Coastal Cabana, Balmy Blue, Night of Navy and Gorgeous Grape. An aqua painter and a sponge dauber, petal pink gem rhinestones, and of course the Big Shot and magnetic platform. Let's get started. First you need your magnetic platform, the base cutting plate, your cardstock and the largest of the framelit dies. Center that onto the front of the cardstock with the cutting edge face down, top cutting plate, and then you're ready to run it through the Big Shot. So I'll do that off camera. Just wanted to show you how it has faux stitching on the inside as well as the outside. Don't discard these because they'll come in useful for something else. I'm going to use this leaf image and ink it up with Balmy Blue and just add a bit of stamping on the front of the card. And some on the bottom. I seem to have smudged that, so we need a quick fix, and I'll stamp that as well. Next I'm going to just reinforce the score line on the card. I'm going to stamp on my Whisper White piece in Tuxedo Memento Black ink with the big floral image here. Trace the outline of the aperture So I need to do that first, very lightly, and then I have an idea as to where to place my stamp. And then afterwards I can just rub the pencil marks out. Because the stamp is big, I'm going to take the ink pad to the stamp instead of the other way round. Make sure that's inked up properly in Tuxedo Black Memento ink. So I want it about there. So now we go on to our colouring. I'm going to use the crushed curry, which looks like a brown, but in fact it's yellow, for the inside. Oops, that's Cajun Craze. They look so similar. Crushed curry. I'll speed this up. I'm just going to use the garden green on the veins in the leaf. I'm not pressing too hard. Now I'm going to use the Night of Navy, following the lines in the flower here. This is Granny Apple Green, and I'm just using the flat of the pencil to roughly colour in the leaves. Followed by the Balmy Blue, again using the flat of the pencil. Now I'll bring in the aqua painter, and I don't want it too wet. So now I can start blending. Clean my brush on some scratch paper. Actually, kitchen towel would be better. Now I can do the centre of the flowers. Clean the brush before you go to another colour. And I'm going to do the flowers, so that's going to be a blue. And just blend it. Next, take the apply some adhesive to your Balmy Blue piece. Oops, that was a bit too much glue. So we use the Whisper White bit to spread it. And you lay the Whisper White on top of the Balmy Blue, like so. Grab a pair of paper snips and find the centre, and say about 1/4 of an inch in. You want to do your fishtails. And the same with this side. Eyeball it in the centre, and then from each end cut toward the middle. Now the window on this is quite large, so it makes this front piece rather flimsy. So the whole idea of this piece is to hold it together for the card to keep its shape and to anchor it. Okay, so we want a little bit of glue on the end here. To hold it all in place. Yes, you can see I've made a mistake on the back, I smudged it. So there's always an emergency side. I just flip the card over and use the reverse. I'm going to stamp this sentiment, wishing you all the best. Make sure it's straight. And I think I'll just snip off a little bit here because it's a tad too long, and the same again on this side. Then take the sponge dauber and just ink up the edges. Grab some dimensionals to pop on the back. Align it with my sentiment on here, on the bridge. And lastly, pop one of these lovely gemstones in. I think I might use this one. Before I go, here are some other ones I made using the same stamp set. So which do you prefer, the one with the sponging on the label or the one without? Anyway, thanks for joining me today, and I hope you take advantage of this stamp set. It's only for a limited period of time, available in August, and there's no guarantee it will be in the autumn-winter catalogue. Watercolour pencils may appear in a future publication, but there are no guarantees. So if you like it, do give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, or share on Facebook, and my grateful thanks if you do. If you're watching from YouTube, you'll find the list of supplies I use below this section of direct links to my online store. They'll also be listed on my blog at blog.stampwithelaine.com. You can find me on Facebook, Pinterest or Instagram. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon. Bye!